Hey, what's up everyone? This is Soul with a War Within Alpha video. So what we're gonna do first is do a tour of this city right here. This is going to be the capital hub called Dornogal on the Isle of Dorn. This is the first zone of the expansion. Of course, if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe for more stuff. This is going to be kind of one part tour, one part exploration of this particular city and only this area. You know, what are some of the cool points of interest? Where's the important stuff? Where do I get the gear? How do I get from one place to the next, and so on and so forth. So let's just start off with what we're looking at here. We're outside the city, obviously. There's a monument there, whatever. You'll notice that this is already like a very wide open space. It has like kind of this feel of, oh, it's, you know, maybe kind of empty, but it's just very wide open. There's just a lot of space between things, and even the interior of the city looks kind of the same. You can see here that I'm on just kind of like one of these regular mounts that can now dragon ride. Ooh, fancy. It actually feels a little awkward. Takes a little bit of getting used to dragon riding when you're not exactly dragon riding. You can see how the animation works here, which is very cool. But once you kind of get your hands on it, you'll get a taste of just how different it feels. Unfortunately, this is the only kind of awkward mount that there is to really test out. There isn't, unfortunately, on the alpha, there isn't any like Mimron's head or anything like that from the footage that you might have seen before watching this video, but oh well, it's okay. So let's head on inside, and first thing that you'll see when entering the city is this place called Contender's Gates, which, funny enough, has a bunch of target dummies. So this is kind of different. You're seeing like the target dummy area, kind of similar to the capital in Dragonflight. You'll see that the enmities that you see in that city are kind of replicated here. Like here's like the item upgrade person. There are some PvP vendors and whatnot that are there. You know, this is just kind of one reflection of how wide of a space. You know, basically it's just a bigger space, right? Get some target dummies over there, some more over there. As we enter the city proper, this entire area here, and unfortunately there's no map to really show us, but you can kind of see it here. This map right here, hey, there's the trading post. This center area, this is all commerce. This is where all the profession stuff happens. So you can see like, hey, here's like some, I think enchanting stuff here. And as we go along here, like here's where the alchemy person is. This is where herbalism is. So really big spaces here. You know, and this has a much more organized city-like feel, unlike say the Dragonflight capital, where you had like tents set up, and it didn't really feel. It felt like a dragon city, but it was more like us making encampments here. This is straight up like, hey, this is its own city. It's been here for a while. It's established. Here's like everything that's going on here. By the way, is the trading post where we see that we saw on the map. We can see like some of the showcases for some of the current mounts here. There is the transmog person over there. There actually should be another transmog area somewhere around town, just not quite sure where. What's really cool is this center area here where you'll see like blacksmiths and engineers. Let's go inside. So this is like the center of the city, and of course, this being like an Earthren culture or semi-dwarven culture, they too have a big emphasis on what's going on. You know, like blacksmithing and all sorts of stuff. And there's like a power hammer that I think it might, I'm not, okay, it'll kill you. Oh, I got a blood stain and everything. Awesome. And then I'm sure we'll see my skull there shortly. As you can kind of also see, you have regular flying when you're dead again. There's that big hole in the ground. We'll go ahead and visit that properly in just a bit. But you can see it's just not too far off from the commerce side of the city. Can I go in through here? No. Okay, I tried. So yeah, big power hammer. Watch out! Don't do that. Are there multiples of these? I don't think there are multiples of these. But yeah, really cool vibe that's in here. The engineering part. The engineering side of things feels slightly out of place, you know, because it's just kind of this isolated area compared to like all the cool industrial looking stuff here. But I guess you could call it the same thing. Well, let's get out of here. And let's take a look at... Let's see, you have like this minecart and the door that I don't know if it actually leads anywhere. There could be like something special. There's still a lot that needs to be filled out in the city. You see some NPCs walking around, but there aren't like too many. I think here, kind of up here, is the bank. So here you go with the bank. This kind of has a kind of a cool feel to it. Kind of feels like an office. It's got chairs for you to hang out while you're waiting for bankers to do your stuff. Of course, you have the Great Vault right back here, along with token exchanges and what have you. I'm not quite sure, did I see a guild bank or did I just walk by it? So I have a feeling that maybe these side areas. Yeah, there we go. You can see the tooltip there. It mentions guild vault. So you have the 2 guild vaults over there. Here's your personal banks over here, so you can access your stuff along with your warband based bank. A convenient mailbox. Here's what you'll be looking for, and of course it's marked on the minimap. I believe the auction house is, oh shucks, we're not far. Yep, we weren't far at all. So like here's the bank again, right over here. And then just a little bit down the street, the auction house. Cool. Again, unlike Valdrakken, like these are all like built together. It doesn't feel like these are just like they were just buildings in the buildings in Valdrakken. They just kind of felt like they were plopped there. These feel like they were really built together. This was like set up by a city planner of sorts. So here we go. We have our auction person. Someone's gonna buy stuff, trying to buy stuff. Very cool. The city's actually pretty big. Has all sorts of nooks and crannies. But I'm sure like most but I'm gonna look mostly at the places that most players are going to be going to. So a lot of activity is going to be happening here. This looks like it's going to be a really cool spot. We'll go to that hole in just a bit, but then right past the bank, or I'm sorry, right next to the bank, is the Delvers headquarters. So this is where all the Delve stuff happens. So you're going to see Bran here. You're probably going to see other Delve NPCs as we go from season to season. And from the looks of it, you know, you have an NPC that sells stuff, but you also have just kind of a showcase of the things that the NPC sells, including, you know, funny hats, including this cool little back piece over there. You got another cool hat. You got a candle hat. And then, of course, again, you have a vendor who is selling the stuff, and there's probably going to be like some questing that we'll get here as well. All right. Oh, and then there's this placeholder. Here is the featured mount that we're going to be able to make for ourselves and then customize and do some cool stuff with. Very, very neat. Somewhere around here, too, is a dragon riding rostrum where you can do your customizations for your dragon riding mounts. And I'm sure it's, you know, kind of meant to apply to this new mount as well. Gardeners. Cool. Very neat. And what's this? I haven't seen what this is. Let's see, it looks like we have more item upgrades. Oh, check it out. It's the Mythic Keystone person. Cool. So here's another spot. You know, unlike in Valdrakken, this spot is, you know, it's kind of an established place. A cool little spot that is reserved for them. So item upgrades, crest exchanges, and stuff like that. Item upgrades are also done at the front of town too, but this is just a convenient spot for everyone else. And this kind of tells me too, if there's going to be another Timeway portal, I'm guessing that the kind of hub that we have right now in Season 3 and I guess Season 4, that we're just going to be used to that. And that's pretty cool. I like the way that they do stuff like that. Lots of these little nooks that have different NPCs inside. No telling if all of these are going to have like actual use or functionality to them, but it's just kind of nice seeing more living spaces. Valdrakken had a good number of them. I think of places like Dazara Lore, which did not have quite that same sort of vibe. Where we're going right now is what they call the Keeper's Terrace. Think of this as the Seat of the Aspects area. I have a feeling, you know, maybe we haven't seen it yet because I'm not max level, but this is probably where people are going to be like hanging out, picking up their weekly quests and things like that. Cool little fountain monument over there. And then inside here is, you know, kind of a Seat of the Aspect sort of thing again. You have your portals to your faction's capital city on the side here. you have some people. Cool. Sorry if I'm spoiling. And then back here we have all four, five of the renowned vendors. So the one that we have access to is this one right here. So I can like buy some stuff, whatever this is. Very nice. But all of them will be accessible here. I remember in Dragonflight, they had multiple NPCs that sold different things for the purpose of, hey, this is the weapon person and we sell these things. And then you had like these managing NPCs that sold pretty much everything renowned related. So this might be the same thing where we're going to see multiple vendors kind of selling the same thing. But hey, if you want like a one-stop shop, cool, there you go. Now we're going to go back down to the commerce area. And then we're going to turn west, or we're going to turn right from here. And we're going to go to this hole. This hole, I'm kind of speculating here, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. This is the hole that takes us down to other zones. So I think it's supposed to be like a sort of elevator of some sort. We could actually fly down, although not all the zones are enabled. Like we can go all the way down there, come all the way back up. I have a feeling, and again, this is just me speculating here, I have a feeling that we'll be able to use this area to get to any of the other zones. So there are 4 zones that we'll be visiting here, including this one. And from here, we'll be able to easily access those areas eventually. But in the meantime, if we're going to manually fly down, we're going to be diving into this hole and also going and also making our way back up, unless we're like hearthing back or something like that. So may want to get used to this feeling, but there may be other ways, again, to do this. There's a nearby dungeon that's somewhere around here. Some other story characters, some minor spoilers here and there. I think this is where the dungeon is. Nope, I'm kind of wrong on that. So this is more like a, again, point of interest, but more like a place that we'll be passing by. There might be some cool NPCs here, things to facilitate other content offerings and what have you. A major thing to point out about this city is that, again, it's big. There are like little nooks and crannies that might be a little bit hard to find. Like here is, I believe this is another area. Yeah, so this is the Ethereal area proper, which includes the void storage. Well, I don't know why that's still a thing, but it's following us from one expansion to the next. There's the barbershop over here, and there are other places here. There are other like little vendors that unfortunately don't work, but they seem to have like some sort of purpose. A drink vendor, and I don't know what they sell. Of course, this is Earthren / Dwarven society, so who knows? We got market people, we got Grifta, hey, he's back. We got another person that sells junk. We have lots of different folks that are here. We got the black market over here, just right here on the side, right next to the commerce area, so it's very, very close. And there's more to look at in this city, some cool points of interest, as I wanted to point out, but I wanted to mostly give you guys a tour of the functional parts of the city. So let's do like kind of a big overhead flyover. So at some point, we're going to be coming out of like the big hole, perhaps, which is like right here. We're going to be coming out of the big hole and be like, all right, cool. So where am I going to go? Okay, I'm going to go to the commerce area. I got some crafting stuff to do. Or, hey, I got some weekly stuff to do. I'm going to pick up some quests, weekly things, or what have you. Hey, I'm going to start doing keys. All right, cool. So here's my spot, if I'm getting this right. Yep, cool. So it's a really cool city. I love that it is like built and organized in a certain way that things are fairly easy to find. It feels like it's kind of easy to get used to, but it's also really big and it's kind of easy to get lost in and be like, okay, I can like, hang out around here. I could like be up here and like doing my thing, have a picnic. I don't know. That's kind of weird, but or I could be like down here. There's probably plenty of room here to conduct duels as well. That could be a cool thing, assuming that I could do it. I haven't tried it yet, but really cool city. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. So this is going to be a very, very neat space to hang out in. I feel like this is a big step up from the likes of Valdrakken, as, moving away from a dragon city and moving towards a city that is more kind of suited for humanoids. And it shows. This has a lot of cool personality to it, and I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it go live, because it's going to have a lot more cool stuff. So thanks for watching with me. There's a lot more to explore, like I said, but I just wanted to limit it to, you know, the most important bits. But yeah, just stay tuned for more content offerings. Please like the video, subscribe for more stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.